I claim to be the best London United fan there is. I've got the failed btlpods failed wonder kid to my right or to my left on your screen. As you can see, is Haroon. Haroon, we've just seen a shocking game at Old Trafford. Some might say one loss in 8 only, but that was bad, innit?
That was awful, bro. Every time teams around us drop points, we somehow managed to come out and perform worse than they did. Every single time. It's ridiculous.
I know you were saying, obviously, before we come on air, I don't know if you want to say it on camera as well, you were saying probably get Amorim out tonight. Is that a bit, I'm going to say, is it a bit unfair just because I think some of the players out there today, especially, let themselves down rather than just Amorim, in my opinion?
The things we say that every week, bro. Like, at what point do we blame the system? Like, it's the same shit every week. We put in aimless crosses into the box, nothing happens with it. Furthermore, we only put in crosses in the box when our 6'8" striker is out and injured. Like, it's a joke.
Bro, it
And
literally
then,
doesn't make any sense.
bro, the issue is every single game without fail, he makes subs, and that's what kills us. Like there's no way you can think, okay, we're 1-0 up, it's the 80th minute, I need control in this game. And then you bring on two centre backs, you bring on Ugarte. Every time Ugarte comes on, we concede a goal, bro. We lose control completely.
Look, I
It's a
saw
joke.
you and Ryan like putting a lot of blame on Ugarte, but he didn't have nothing to do with the goal we conceded. So I
It's
think
not
that's
about
unfair,
yeah,
to be
no,
honest.
it's not about the goal, bro. It's about the control in the game. Every time he comes on, what happens in our games?
But we didn't have control of the game even when he
They,
came
bro,
off. When he
they
before
had
he came on.
before he came on, they had no chances, bro. You can't name me one chance that they
Yeah,
had.
and then he
He
came
comes
on and we
on,
conceded a corner. He had nothing to do with the corner,
yeah,
and we
but bro,
conceded a goal.
and what did we do after that? We had no control in the game. We didn't create a
We didn't
single
have
chance.
control before he
Bro,
even
we were
came on,
much
bro.
better before he came on. Much better.
I
He came on,
disagree, bro.
he
I
got
don't
into
think
the
we
final
were.
third. First thing he did is lose the ball.
Okay, that's
And it's
one
even
mistake.
it's the momentum of the game, bro. You can't like if you want control, you don't bring on a player who's gonna run around like a headless chicken. He leaves hella space for everyone. Like it's not on him completely. Obviously,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
think
blaming.
it's unfair to scapegoat
No,
Ugarte on
I'm not
this
scared.
dropping
It's
points.
not him, bro. It's the manager, bro. Like every single game he brings on how many defensive subs, bro, and it kills us every
No,
time.
no, that's what I don't get. That doesn't make sense to me. And obviously, I've said since the Chelsea game when I went to Old Trafford that I'm Amorim out, in my opinion. But I'm not going to scream it every week just because it gets quite tiring. It's quite draining as a fan base to quite keep saying it over and over again.
Yeah,
And even now, if we say it, we can say it now, and that's fine as fans. But realistically, the board aren't going to get rid of him tonight. So I feel like it's a bit like pointless because they're trying to back him in a long term project. So really, you got to look at how we can change things to make things better. And sacking Amarin tonight isn't probably the answer because it's not going to happen, unfortunately.
yeah, but the thing is, he's not gonna change. So
What would you ask him to change? What would you have asked him to done differently today?
bro, you cannot
The manager.
continue with these two in midfield, bro. You can't. We've
Yeah,
never got control of a game,
yeah.
and he's so one-dimensional. Like, we don't create a thing through the middle of the pitch. It's constantly play the ball out to the wing back. Hope Ahmad does something amazing. Like every chance we had today came from Ahmad taking on his man, getting the ball into the box. Left side, nothing happened. Dallo scored, fair enough, but other than that, there's nothing coming from the left hand side in any games. It's just a mess, bro. You
But
need
the
to.
left hand side, yeah, what do you expect Amram to change? Because Cunha was there today. We had him playing. Dallo's there, but Dorgu's not a much better option either way. And
They're
I know
both
Dallo,
crap, bro.
that's what I'm saying. So that's not on Amram to try and change or make things better down the left hand side. Because even when Mount came on down the left hand side, maybe he looked a bit more threatening, but outside of that, we don't create nothing down the left hand side anyway because the players aren't there to create. And even Cunha today, he's probably in his preferred position, and he didn't really have a great game either.
No one had a great game
Yeah,
except for Ahmad and Mazraoui were the only two players who can say, okay, we played okay today.
yeah,
No one else,
yeah.
bro. But it's the same issues every week, bro. If clearly you don't have the personnel to like you said, that we create nothing down the left ever because of the players. You don't have the players to do it, so don't do it.
Yeah.
Like it's not difficult. You've got Bruno, who I'm very critical of, but you know he's good in attacking midfield. Get him central, get him high. As frustrating as he is in that position, he might get you some goals and assists.
Yeah,
But
but
even
then you
him,
got
bro,
no one to replace him centre mid.
bro, he's got someone who started at 19 years old in the Euros final.
Yeah.
Apparently can't get into our team over Casemiro and Ugarte. You need control in the game. Shall we bring on the guy who's good and tidy on the ball? It's hard to get off the ball, or let's bring a guy who runs around like a headless chicken kicking shins. It makes no sense, bro. Let's be honest.
Bro, you know I love Manu, but even when Manu's come on in recent games, he hasn't performed,
Bro,
and
you can't. Yeah, there's a
neither has
reason.
Ugarte. But
No, no,
yeah,
no. There's
Manu.
a reason Manu hasn't performed, bro. You're giving him 5 minutes at the end of
Yeah,
games
I agree
when
with you.
shit's
Yeah,
hit the fan. Bro,
yeah.
play the guy in it. It's not like we're doing well without him. Put him on the pitch.
Yeah, we've got a couple people in the live chat as well. Shout out everyone in the live chat. I know you've come here to laugh at us, basically. Ephraim said, "I love Amorim." Okay, and then he said, "Amorim for 5 more seasons." And he said, "Can't go back to a managerial merry-go-round. Is this Amorim's team now?" And also, that's a good question, Andy, from Andy Haroon, because what in this team today, how many of them were new signings, and how many of them were actually the same players from last season? Because other than Embuemo, Cunha, and Lamens, it's pretty much the same team from last season, no? So
Yeah,
how
but
much change can you really
what has he
expect?
said? What has he said himself this entire time he's been here? All he's spoken about is I need more time on the training pitch. I need more time on the training pitch. You don't give a manager time just because they're a manager, bro. You have to show something. You have to earn that, bro. We've played nearly 50 games under him and we've lost more games than we've won. He's not shown anything. This team is not like we're harsh on the players, but there's no way this team should be drawing to West Ham today. There's no way this team should be losing to 10 men Everton. That's down to the manager and the system, bro.
The thing is, I see us setting up in a 4-3-3 today, for example, and let's say you move, you keep Dallo left back. Unfortunately, you take out a centre back. Let's say you took out Aiden Heaven, yeah, and you got Shaw left CB, right CB. Who do we have? Mazraoui maybe, and Ahmad right. But it just sounds like a mess anyway. But anyway, let's say you had 4-3-3. I still can't see us breaking down this team. The players fundamentally don't play with enough urgency, don't play with enough intensity. And it's weird to me, like I said in the group chat, I don't get how we've signed two players like Cunha and Embuemo, and we've dropped their level down to the same level as the rest of the players. Where's the intensity in them two as well?
But where
Like,
does
it's
that come
gone.
from, bro? Where does that come from? It comes from the manager and from the system. The
Surely
system,
personal drive as well.
bro. Bro, but not, I think you're having a bit of recency bias with regard to that, bro. Because Mbumo in the previous games has worked very hard. Cunha works very hard. Mount, for example, works hard. So I don't
But
think it's
I'm
that.
not talking about working hard, sorry. I'm talking about on the ball intensity. And also, when we get players, Cunha had the ball in decent positions a lot of the time today, yeah? And I'm looking ahead in front of him. Xerxes, movement non existent. And Buemo's movement wasn't great throughout most of that game, in my opinion. Bruno obviously hasn't really done much in the last few games anyway. Just the movement around him in the forward areas is pretty poor at the moment. And
Yeah,
that's
I
the
agree.
intensity I'm talking about. And I don't get where
Everyone's
that's come
slow.
from. Yeah, where's that come from, though?
No one
That's
wants,
what I don't
bro.
get.
These men have no confidence, bro. You can tell. They go into games not.
How?
Uh, you tell me, bro. Where does that come from? Again, it all stems from the manager, bro. All of this has to be passed from the manager. It's like he kills games,
It's
bro. It's his substitutions, everything. He kills games, and we're too one-dimensional, bro. All we know is let's do a little link up Ahmad and Boomer on the wing and get the ball in the box.
yeah,
That's all we do on repeat. Like
yeah, yeah.
we're not spicing it up at all,
Outside
bro.
of that, like I think even Gary Neville said in the commentary, where are the patterns of play? There is
There's
nothing
none. There's nothing.
except you're hoping Ahmad and Mbeumo link up and do something mad. That's
That's
what you're hoping
literally our
for.
game plan. That's
Yeah,
what won us games this season. That's what won us a game against Brighton. That pretty much won us the game against Liverpool.
yeah,
Like, bro,
and I guess set pieces maybe, which ain't
yeah.
even actually Amrim. I heard that today. That's Carlos
No,
Fernandez.
most managers don't handle that, bro. It's someone else.
Bro,
But like,
who's Carlos Fernandez, bro?
bro, it sounds like a dead baller from the flipping Portuguese league, bro. No, man.
Could
Like
have gone pro, but never made it.
people will like even last season, bro. I wasn't here saying Amorim out. Like I said, let's give him time. He's had time now, innit? You can't manage 50 plus games for United and have a losing record, and people are still saying, yeah, give him time, give him time, give him time. And the reason why I think we should get rid of him now, look how open the league is, bro.
I
The
know.
last two games, if we win, we're second or we're third, bro. Like
We've been
four,
given
five.
multiple
Yeah,
chances to
we've been
grab
given
it.
so
We
many
haven't.
chances, bro. We
Yeah,
should be the games that we've lost. We should be like second. If you look at
yeah.
how we've lost games and the games that we've lost, we should be second in the table. So I don't think there's
Lookman's made a good point in the chat, Haroon, obviously a United fan as well. He said the manager's been openly asking for more intensity. And I think he's got a point there. He has done that quite a few times. So
if he's lost his
he's not gaining it out of his players himself, but
yeah,
he's genuinely asking for it in the press, openly, almost pretty much begging for it, and it still hasn't come. So is that the players? One thing I noticed today actually, when the crowd were up, I thought the atmosphere was actually really good considering it's a Thursday night in the opening 20 minutes at least. Maybe After that, it got a bit dead, but that's probably on the players. But I thought the atmosphere was really good. And when the atmosphere is good, I feel like the players perform. But one question I got for you, Haroon, yeah? Watching that game, I don't know about you, I was pretty much falling asleep. Like, were you the same? Like,
Yeah, it was
awful
awful,
football.
awful game.
One thing I really want to know is I feel like the players have forgotten that they're there to entertain the fans at Old Trafford. It's just like they don't give a shit, bro. They don't actually
Bro,
care about performing for the fans.
there's
It's
one
mad.
player in this team who cares is Ahmad, bro. He's the only
Yeah,
guy. He
yeah,
gets the ball. Everyone
yeah,
gets on their feet. You know he's gonna try and take on his man.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want it to come across like I'm not blaming the players as well, because I've been saying for ages. Look how many players we have left over from 2, 3 managers ago, bro. It's terrible. Like we
Yeah.
hoard these crap players and we can't get rid of them. But at the same time, that doesn't mean Amorim's blame free, bro. He's been here for long enough. We had other managers who also had these players at their disposal, and they weren't this bad, bro. Like Ten Hag in his last season, yeah, we were pretty shit. We finished eighth, whatever. We won an FA Cup. We weren't this bad, bro.
Yeah, we weren't.
Like we weren't this bad. We weren't dropping points in games like this. Like even him, like Ten Hag, in games where it's 1-1, for example, he wasn't shook, bro. He's not bringing on centre backs. The guy would throw everything at it to try and win the game. So like, I get the principle of backing a manager, but they have to show something to be backed. He hasn't shown enough to be backed at this stage, in my opinion.
Right, let's take a step back, room. We'll come to the manager towards the end. Let's go to pre-match. What did you think about the starting lineup? He put Heaven in the central centre back. He brought Cunha back, took off Mount. Xerxes was starting again. Was you all right with the starting lineup?
I think I said in the group that I was worried about the back three.
Hmm.
I was quite worried because Heaven obviously hasn't played a lot of football this season, and
I
West
think that
Ham.
showed as well, to be
It
fair.
did show, yeah, but
Yeah,
you can't blame him. He's a young lad. He
yeah,
hasn't played much football this season, but he struggled.
yeah, he did.
But it's not like we conceded a goal or anything from it, so I think we got away with it a bit. But yeah, I was in terms of the rest of the team is what you would expect.
Were you surprised Mount came out though? Because he does love Mount, innit?
He said I think Mount maybe had a knock or something, so that's why he was on the
Okay.
bench. I think that was Mount.
Leon, who I believe is a Liverpool fan, said the manager is not playing to secure the game. After you scored 1-0, he took off the creative players and went defensive. When he knows Man U don't do well with pressure, that's the issue. Which
Yeah,
probably
that's
fair.
that's basically what I'm saying. I've said as
Yeah,
well. You're 1-0
yeah.
up. You're bringing on defenders and defensive midfielders, and you've seen historically in all the previous games that that's cost us the game. There's like a ridiculous stat where Casemiro comes off the pitch and we've conceded about 18 goals. He stayed on today, but still, like you bring on guys who are not gonna calm you down. They're gonna make you even more erratic and make you panic even more.
I agree in general. I don't think that necessarily happened today because I felt like we was dropping off the pace before that even started. Before the substitutions even came, West Ham started getting a bit more energy and impetus in their play anyway. And I think I said in the group around the 65th minute, I feel like we're going to lose this game just
Yeah,
because the performance is so flat from the team.
it was awful,
And
bro.
do you think the draw was a fair result, or you think United
The thing is, I
deserved it?
don't think it was a fair result. Like, I don't think we deserved the win, but I think we done enough to win the game, if you know what I mean. We didn't
Did
play
we?
well, bro. We had chances, bro. How we had
Did
about
we?
four, bro. We had about 4 rebounds that dropped players on the edge of the box. Luke Shaw smashing it over the bar. Bruno on 2 occasions smashing it over the bar.
Yeah, in the first half,
Xerxes could have scored.
Xerxes maybe
Yeah,
could have
cleared
scored,
off the
should have
line.
scored. Do you think he should have scored that? By the way, come off his fire, innit?
He did well to get on the end of it, to be honest. It was just,
Maybe, yeah. And
I don't think.
Bruno's effort hit the
Yeah,
post
that
on
was
the
just
rebound.
unlucky, but
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel like. I feel like a draw might have been a fair result. I see what you're saying. We had a couple half chances. We didn't really create them out of much, to be honest. Even the goal, bro. It was a Casemiro deflected shot, which led to Dallo scoring it.
yeah, but even like
That's not
the
something
reason
we
I say that,
created.
yeah, but the reason I say that is because, bro, it's West Ham, bro. Like, all respectfully, they were terrible. They were shit. They did nothing all game. We gifted them some crappy goal in the 85th minute. We
Yeah.
had the ball for most of the game. Again, it also goes back to what's been happening in the last few weeks. The second you ask us to break a team down, you have possession. It's a
Yeah, it's
shambles, bro.
curtains. It's curtains. We're so bad at breaking down teams, and even in general, we're bad at creating good, clear chances. And obviously, like you said in the beginning of the video, why are we crossing the ball so much when Sesko's not in the team? And when Sesko plays, everything's defeat. And you know, one thing that pissed me off in his first half, in the first 20 minutes, especially, West Ham, we had a bit of energy, a tiny bit of energy. And anytime West Ham had us in our own half, the ball fell to Xerxes. Xerxes must be the only guy or one of the guys that has like the biggest presence of a body, and he's a tank, and he doesn't know how to use it. Man moves like he's tiny or like he's Ahmad or something,
Yeah,
and even Ahmad looks stronger than him. Anytime the ball came to him, he couldn't hold it up at
he
all.
doesn't.
I
Do you
don't
know
know
what
if
he
you noticed
does?
that. Yeah,
He'll try and pass the ball back, do a cute little first time pass, and it's always never ever makes it to the player, bro. I saw it about 5 times. So he done it the same against Palace. Every time he got the ball, he would try a little cute pass around the corner and get no power on it. Bro, you're 6'3", bro. Get some oomph on the ball when you're passing it, bro. He's so bad as well.
yeah, he's so bad at using his actual
Yeah,
athleticism, his body, his strength. Andy said, "Who will you replace Amorim with?"
God knows, bro. But
We've tried everyone,
we've tried
bro.
every. No, but they can't. Like people ask that question, bro. Genuinely, I reckon you could replace him with anyone and we would improve.
Yeah, I hear it. I hear it.
Like,
Yeah,
it's hard to
it's got
make
to
us
that point.
worse.
It's
It's got
it's
to that
literally
point,
got to
yeah.
that point now. Because if you're worse than Ten Hag, then something's definitely going wrong.
Yeah. And it's crazy to say, bro. We got 22 points or whatever, which is
Yeah.
not too bad. We're still in and around top four places, but look, like it's there for the taking, bro. We've got the players, especially in attack. We've got the players to push for top four, and we're just bottling it every week.
Look, one win, sorry, one defeat in eight. Could you argue that Amorim's improved us from last season,
I don't
or
know.
has he just signed better players
Yeah,
and that's why we
we've
improved?
just got better players, bro. And Bumo's
Like I
won us
think,
most of those
yeah,
points, bro.
yeah, and Lamens.
Realistically,
To be honest, when you
Lamins,
ain't
yeah.
got Bayern and Onana chucking it into your own net, that's gonna help
Facts, facts.
literally. Shahan's in the comments, and obviously you can probably guess what this is going to be like. He's a Spurs fan. He said, had Spurs signed Mbeumo, you would say he's meaty. And since when are rebounds from outside the box considered as chances? Sesko, who the F is that? And he's laughing at saying that we've got, or you said that we've got players for top four, which I agree with, obviously.
Yeah, but
As in, we obviously have the
bro,
players for top four.
he can laugh at Mbumo all he wants. We wouldn't even have the amount of points we do without him. He's won us most of our points.
If we're being real, Mbeumo is obviously a good player.
Yes,
Like,
he is, bro.
let's
If you
not
ask
be.
anyone, rival fans, whatever, they would tell you he's been in the top 5, 10 signings of the summer. Shahan and
Sean,
Shershaw are just clearly
thanks for the
very
comments.
salty because they got stuck with Kudus, who's out here losing to Fulham at home. Uh, but like, what else did he say?
I
Rebounds
was,
from bro. Rebounds are chances, bro. Just because you didn't create it doesn't mean it's not an opportunity to score a goal.
I just, the rebound thing. I don't think there were clear chances for it.
Bro, for players
You know,
like
like the
Bruno
Bruno one,
Ability,
the
yeah,
Bruno one, that was like coming off his shin because the player deflected it onto his shin. I don't really think that's a chance. The Shaw one, yeah, the Shaw one was a decent chance. I think actually, the Shaw was
the
a
Shaw
half
one was a
chance.
decent chance, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Man, booed it over.
Yeah, I think the draw is a fair result. I know you disagree, but I don't know. Shahan saying Kudos has the most assists in Prem.
All right, but when we tell him that Mbeumo scored 5 goals, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
All right,
All
man.
right. All right. Shahan, something constructive, please. Yeah. Something constructive.
Nah.
All right, Haroon. Let's go through the starting lineup because I want to go through the team individually. I think Lamens, had a really solid game. Don't you think?
Yeah, he didn't have
I
much
thought
to
he was
do.
like really safe with the ball in
Yeah,
terms of anytime
he's
the ball
good
came
at
to him,
collecting the
he
ball. He
held
came
it
out well.
well.
Yeah, he
He
swept well.
punched a couple crosses. One thing about the West Ham goal, by the way, did you see Bruno almost duck from the header?
No, I didn't even take notice, bro. My head was
Bro,
gone.
that pissed me off so much. I think he had an opportunity to actually clear that out as the first man, and he's
Mm.
kind of ducked from the header, and then what was it? I can't. One of the West Ham players headed it on target, and
I
Mazraoui
think it was
obviously.
Bowen.
Was it Bowen? I thought he took the corner.
No,
Oh, it
no,
was someone else took the
Irving took
corner.
the corner.
Irving took the corner. Yeah,
How you letting Bowen
Bowen.
win a header, bro? Man's 5'6", bro.
Bro, how you letting Bowen win the header at the near post? How is he getting the first contact? That doesn't make sense.
And what I
So
don't
if you
understand,
go, yeah,
Maz cleared it off the line.
yeah,
Bro, where's everyone gone, bro? My man had 10 minutes to place the
so
ball into
much
the bottom
time.
corner. There's no one
So
there.
much time. Yeah, I need to go back and watch how he had so much time. But I thought Mazraoui's clearance was good, and yeah, how you
Yeah,
letting Bowen
he was
win the first
probably our
ever?
best player. Him and
If
Ahmad
you
were
go
the
back and watch that goal, sorry, what was that?
Maz and Ahmad were comfortably the only two decent
But
players for us.
Maz was, but defensively and in possession, not so much. I thought.
I thought he was good today in possession
You
and
think?
defensively. Yeah, he didn't put a foot wrong, bro. Shaw was decent as well, but he had a couple of like very stupid brain dead moments where he committed fouls.
I was gonna say, all right, let's go through the team like we said. So you're saying Mazraoui, you thought had a good game. I thought in possession not so much, and I thought since he's come back into the team, I didn't really think he's had his best performances. But today was he's probably his best performance since he's come back.
I think he was good. I don't know what you think,
You
but
think?
on the ball he wasn't good. I don't remember him giving the ball away cheaply or anything. He was very tidy.
I don't think he gave it away cheaply, but I just don't think there was any like aggression in his passes forward. As in, it was quite laboured. It was quite slow. There was no intensity in it. And normally, I feel like he has kind of got that in him to pick out a
Yeah,
pass through the lines.
but
And
again,
I don't think he necessarily did that today.
you mentioned before that players were not moving, so that's probably what it was, bro. You
Yeah,
can't really
yeah,
just.
true.
We only ever have like link up and intensity on the right. The
Mm,
rest of the team is just lackluster, bro.
yeah. Heaven, obviously, we've
Poor.
said probably quite bad actually. And I
He was
think
poor.
once he made that challenge early on Bowen and got the yellow, his head was gone in it.
Yeah, he
And
couldn't do
he
anything,
kept
bro.
he kept falling to the floor every time he made a clearance or a challenge. I didn't really get that. I think he's kind of panicky in it.
He hasn't played much this season and he's young, so it's to be expected.
Yeah. Leon said with Amorim in charge, the guy with the long hair is never cutting his hair.
Bro, that he might as
Bruv,
well buy a turban to wrap that hair up, bro. That brother's never cutting shit, bro.
yeah. Shahan sent spamming mad comments. I don't even know what my man's saying. Andy said, "What is your expectation for the team now? What constitutes a successful season at this point?" Haroon, expectations for the team?
What we should be expecting is Europe, not conference, Europa or champs. Champs is a long shot, but I think
Especially the way the league has
that's
turned
that's the
out.
only,
Yeah,
like Shahan saying that he was laughing because I said we have the players for champs. I meant more so like everyone else around us is
yeah,
not great, bro. It's there for the
yeah,
taking, bro. It's not
yeah,
like it's not like a long shot for us if we got going, bro. We have the attackers to score goals
yeah. I
and get
agree.
us there, but I think we
And
have to. I think top 6 or 7, bro. It has to be minimum.
yeah, I agree with you. And Andy also said, "What constitutes a successful season at this point?" I guess answers the same
Yeah,
question.
same
Europe,
same
probably.
thing, man.
Eh,
Europe.
I don't even think we can ask for a trophy at this point, to be honest,
Yeah,
bro.
no, bro. We're
That's
only in FA
that'd be
Cup.
getting greedy. Yeah, yeah, literally. So Luke Shaw, I actually thought, in terms of reading the game, I thought he was actually pretty poor. And I know Crystal Palace, he made quite a few last ditch tackles, but then you also have to question why is he being forced to make those last ditch tackles? Maybe his positioning isn't good enough, his reading of the ball isn't good enough. Like we used to say about Rio, the guy used to never go to ground. The fact that Shaw has to go to ground because he's late to reading something, I thought he was pretty poor today. I thought he gave the ball, he gave Bowen and Suchek too much time on the ball,
He did,
and
yeah.
it's especially when you got Aiden Heaven next to you, you're meant to be leading by example. And I just don't think he was best game. And in terms of in possession, did he do anything?
He wasn't great, bro. He
Yeah.
like you said, bro. A lot of their I don't even remember them going down our left, bro. They were just sorry, going down our right. They were just
Yeah.
going down the left every
Yeah,
time, and
yeah.
Wan-Bissaka, Mo, and they were getting a lot of change out of Shaw.
There was one time where Dallo and Shaw got caught up high up the pitch early on in the game, and then Wan-Bissaka cut it back. I mean,
Yeah,
Casemiro made a good block actually.
yeah.
So I think that was the start of Shaw's bad positioning. So yeah, if you were to give him a rating, I'll probably give him 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10 maybe.
4.55, yeah. You mentioned
Yeah,
like earlier about intensity, bro. Since he's been back in the team, that he's shown no intensity on the ball, bro.
yeah, yeah.
He's
I
probably
agree
been
with
the
you.
biggest culprit of that, man. For he'll take 10 touches and then make a simple sideways pass. He shows no intent to like. We were playing 10 men Everton. I think Gary Neville was saying it again and again, bro. It's 10 men, bro. Just overlap, get on the left. You've got a good, decent cross on you, bro. He's just yeah. He shows no like,
I think he's so scared of getting injured again, he just
bro.
doesn't put it in anymore.
Lissandro came on, and in 5 minutes he showed more intensity, more drive on the ball than Shaw did in 88 minutes, bro.
Bro, did you see that long pass Lisandro did? I thought he was gonna go straight to the play.
Bro,
He's
we
got that
miss
in his
him a
locker
lot,
already.
bro. We miss him a lot.
100%, yeah. And you know one thing we did a lot today? We tried the long switch towards Ahmad because obviously our players are desperate and thinking Ahmad's the only one that can create something. And we couldn't even get it to Ahmad, bro.
Bruv,
Cunha did it,
bruv.
Shaw did it,
Defender
Dallo
got the
did
ball
it,
every
Bruno did
time,
it
bro.
every time, bro. And I feel sorry for Ahmad because the players all know, we all know, he's the only hope of actually creating something here. It's mad. So obviously the opposition players know that as well. You're just going to stick another player around him. And I
Bro,
thought
we're
he did
cooked.
really well anyway.
He's going AFCON. We're
Yeah.
finished, bro.
Yeah.
We
So
might get relegated, bro.
for real, Diego Dallo, he got a good goal. It was a
I
great finish to
think
be fair to
he
him.
wasn't. He wasn't poor today. He was all right today, I think. He was okay.
As in, he tried to overlap, came back onto his right foot. I saw him attempt a left-footed cross early on, and then never did it again. It did hit the first man,
Yeah,
but yeah, he scored a good goal. The touch was great. The finish was
good finish.
great.
Yeah. But going the other way again, like you mentioned with Shaw, was pretty poor defensively,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, 100%. And they targeted him for a reason.
Yeah,
Also, I hate the fact that my man did 3 celebrations. Like, bro, you scored 1 goal against West Ham at Old Trafford. Get on with it, bro. Do your one celebration, that crap little celebration. Move it on. I hate
bro,
him so
man
much,
does that.
man.
He scored 4 career goals, bro. Man's doing the allow it, man.
Who does he think he is, bro? Who does he? I
Man
don't get
thinks
it,
guy thinks he's Cafu, bro.
bro. He thinks he's Cristiano Ronaldo at
Bro,
left wing back.
he's crap, man.
Flipping madman. Yeah, Bruno. I thought he was shit, bro. I thought he was so bad. And you know I
Bro,
love Bruno.
you know I don't love Bruno, bro.
Yeah.
I've been here every week saying it, bro. He's not the guy you want in situations like this, man. When your
Mm,
team like, which is mad to say, bro. You would expect for when we have a lot of possession for him to be the guy who you can rely on, but he just
yeah.
plays. For me, he just plays for himself so much, bro. His first instinct every time he gets the ball is how can I get an assist here? Like he's got no patience. He always like he. It's like
Forces it all the time.
he
Yeah.
constantly makes the wrong decision, bro. He's perfect for a counter-attacking team, bro. I think when you're building a team where you want to control the game and have possession, I don't think he's the guy you go to. His best his best seasons under us were under Ole when
Ollie, yeah.
mainly he had runners and all this kind of stuff. But when teams sit deep, he's just useless, bro. He's gonna hit aimless balls, take shocking shots from 50 yards. Like it's terrible.
I thought normally it doesn't really irritate me that much, but I thought his whining today was awful as well, man. Like the
It's
guy's
always
getting onto the
is.
ref from the first 2 minutes, bro. Like get on with the game. Look at your own
Always is.
performance.
Yeah,
Look at your own performance. Where have you been for the last 5, 6 games? You ain't done nothing. Look at your own
facts.
performance. Try to drag your team towards winning a game. You're the captain of Manchester United. It's not good enough, bro.
He's a
It's
baby,
poor. And
bro.
like you said, yeah, on the ball he was poor. Didn't create. I don't remember him creating one good chance. To be honest, did he?
He put in. I think he put in one good cross and no one attacked it. That's about all he
Yeah.
did all game.
Yeah, it's shocking. Especially, yeah, but I guess Xerxes not giving him much option up front either. So, how can you create something? And that's we'll get into him when we're shortly. Casemiro, I thought was all right, defensively.
Yeah, but he's always solid defensively, bro. But he just annoys me so much on the ball, man.
Yeah,
He also has the Bruno gene, but in
I was
another
just
way.
I was thinking that during the game as
Yeah,
well.
where
Yeah,
but his isn't like the final pass. He just wants to rush any pass,
yeah,
bro. Like
yeah,
he'll get the ball straight away and he'll just hit an aimless pass towards an area instead of take a touch, bro. You have time, like see who's in front of you. He'll always try and play the first time ball through ball over the top to Ahmad, for example, and it never comes off, bro.
yeah, 100%. Diallo, Ahmad, I think probably the
Best
best player
player,
on the pitch.
comfortably
Yeah,
best player, bro.
yeah, yeah, best player on
Easily.
the pitch. Got past Juve so many times, tore him apart. Juve was on skates at one point, even got the yellow for it. I've
Yep.
never seen Juve play that bad actually, or
Yeah.
get destroyed that badly. And Juve looks alright actually,
Yep.
but Ahmad absolutely unreal. Well, very good. Has had better games to be fair as well.
Yeah, but the thing with Ahmad, like this guy is not even a defensive player, bro.
Yeah,
And he was doing more defensively. He probably won more tackles, won more
yeah,
duels than these other men who are by trade defenders, bro. Shaw,
yeah,
Dallo. These men should be embarrassed, bro. This guy's 5'6", and he's showing more physicality, more drive, more like hunger to win a ball than you are.
yeah. It's mad. And in an attacking sense, he creates as
He's our
much as
best
he
player in
can.
attack,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah, he was.
And even then, some of his crosses weren't great today when he came on his left foot. But then,
Yeah,
who you got in the box to cross it into at that point?
but he's showing
Xerxes and
intent, bro. Like, look,
Cunha. Yeah, he's showing intent. Yeah,
how many times in this game did we have the ball on the wings and guys are just passing backwards, back to the wing, back, middle, back, and nothing's happening, bro. He got on the ball,
yeah,
took his man on, got the ball in the box. You can't ask for much more, bro. It's when everyone
yeah.
else is just playing ping pong on there, like doing nothing, going nowhere.
At this point, the only thing I can ask of him is to try and force it and get a goal
Yeah,
himself
literally,
because
just
he
cutting and
couldn't do
shoot,
anything
bro.
more. Yeah, yeah, literally, that's the only thing he could have done more in it. And maybe at this point, we need him to because he's the only one that can probably do it.
The thing is, he has the quality to do it,
Yeah,
and Boom also has the quality to do it. He
yeah,
scored a lot of goals like that last season. But Ahmad at Sunderland, for example, bro, he was scoring bangers, bro. The guy was
bangers,
cutting.
bangers.
So he
Yeah.
has it in his locker. I think he just needs to. I
He needs
think
to
every time
believe
he
in and
comes
push himself
inside,
a bit
yeah,
more
I think
at
he'll come
United.
inside, and because he's got Mbuma on the overlap, his first thought will always be let me get him in or let me get the ball in the box as
And
opposed to
Bruno's probably
shooting.
screaming at him inside, saying to pass it or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep,
So yeah, Cunha, I thought was a bit disappointing to be honest. He started off brightly
yeah.
and then I thought he faded. To be
He was
honest.
quiet, bro. I didn't notice him too much, which is
Yeah.
not great.
Yeah, I think he tried carrying it in the beginning, and then got tackled a couple of times, and his head kind of dropped. Didn't really do much
Yeah,
after that. But like I said, the movement up front was poor. Anytime he got on the ball, even anytime Mbuemo, Xerxes, but
no
they're
one
like
moved, bro.
all at fault for that too because they're all the same players up front. So
Yeah,
when each of them is on the ball and no one else is moving, that's on all of them. And Mbuemo, I thought wasn't great to be honest.
he was poor today. He was
Yeah,
poor.
had that one decent chance
Yeah, but
that got blocked.
like it wasn't even like he was making runs, for example. He was getting on the ball, but it was similar to like what Xerxes was doing today and last week, where it just felt like the ball wasn't sticking. There was
Yeah,
no oomph in his passes to get it to
yeah.
his teammates around him. But yeah, he just seemed like he was one step off it at all times today.
He's been off the boil recently, innit? Why do you think that is?
I wouldn't say recently. It's been 2 games, I reckon.
You think? I
Three.
think it's about 4 or 5 games now, you know?
I'd say Everton onwards probably.
Hmm. I don't know, you know. I just feel like he's been a bit off it recently. I don't
He
really have a
scored against
reason
Spurs,
why.
bro.
Yeah, but was
He
he
was pretty
good?
decent against Spurs. Yeah, we should have beat Spurs, bro. But yeah, I think
I
last
hate
three
the fact that
games.
we drag players down to the level that
Yeah.
we were in the past, and that
The
seems to
thing
be
is,
happening.
with him at this moment, you can kind of forgive him for it because
Yeah.
he's a new player.
And he
He's
scored goals, bro.
Yeah,
He
the
scored
22
goals
points we've got on the board are
through
largely
him.
down to his goals and assists.
Yeah.
So as poor as he was, I think you can forgive him,
Yeah, definitely. Xerxes, I thought he did
bro.
nothing all game.
Syria calling in Jan, called him back, say take him for free, bro.
Bro,
Get him
is he
gone.
even good enough for Serie A?
I couldn't care less who he's good enough for. If they want him,
Yeah.
take him, bro.
Yeah, get rid of him, bro. Substitutions, Euro, I thought didn't really do much when he came on. As
Euro was
in,
pretty. I thought he was pretty solid when he came on.
thought he was
Didn't really
alright.
put
Yeah,
for wrong. Yeah, he
thought he was
won
alright.
some headers. Got involved in his duels on the ball. Maybe not his best performance, but
Dorgu came on in 68th minute. I thought he didn't really do much. His touch was kind of poor when he came on.
he. I think he was alright. With him, what annoyed me is he got into positions where like they just scored, we need a goal. He had time and space on that left wing. He got into positions where, all right, let me put the ball in the box, and he didn't put it in the box. Amorim said it before as well, like that you can see the decisions that he makes for Denmark, and then when he comes in the United shirt, it's like he loses his brain basically.
Yeah. Ugarte, I didn't think really had any impact on the game, to be honest. Maybe got
Nah,
tackled once. Mount, I don't think. I thought Mount was actually all right. He had a bit of a spark about him. He tried looking to play it in between the lines. He was the only one I thought that was actually trying that and passed it
yeah,
into
but
the striker's feet.
Mount, you can never fault his like intention, bro. He always comes on, you work hard, and he
Yeah.
always look to make things happen. But I think he just maybe didn't have enough time to make an impact on the game.
Yeah. Ugarte, sorry, I said that already. And then Lisandro obviously came on. He only had like 5 or so minutes. So,
Yeah, but in those minutes, I think he probably won more tackles than Shaw and Dallo did combined in the entire game.
yeah. Andy said 3 players to offload. He's got 3 questions there. Thanks, Andy. 3 players to offload Haroon, just on the basis of tonight, I guess. I would say Shaw first up. I'm guessing
I'd,
you might say Bruno.
I don't know. I'd say any of those midfielders, bro. To be honest, I know if I say Bruno, guys are gonna be like, "Oh, he saved you" and all this shit. So I'm not even gonna say him. I can't be asked with that headache, bruv. But I would
Yeah.
get rid of Shaw probably, like you said. Dallo, Dallo's got to go, bro.
Flip it now, bro.
Who else? And Xerxes, bro. That's probably the
Yeah.
3 I would put in the bin.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
what do you say? Two
Then,
positions to reinforce.
yeah.
Left
Centre
wing
mid
back and
first.
centre mid. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Left wing back
First.
and centre
Yeah.
mid,
Yeah.
bro.
Agreed. One wish for the season. Wow. Andy the Genie. Yeah. Come on. One wish for the season. I wish we win the league, bro. No, one serious wish. Get rid of Amorim, I reckon. Or
Bro,
buy a centre mid. Either or the other.
yeah, either
Get a
or.
competent centre mid.
I'll be honest, I'm more inclined to get rid of Amorim, bro.
Let's say, yeah, I was gonna say, let's say you get rid of Amorim, a manager comes in, he plays three in the middle. Who is it? It's Casemiro, Mainu, Bruno,
Yeah,
like last
yeah.
season.
But
Yeah,
like even then, we would still need midfield signings. So
yeah, of
like
course, yeah,
I'm not gonna agree with people who say a mid 4-3-3 would suddenly change our fortunes completely. Like it's not true.
yeah.
We still don't have great midfielders, but I feel like it would make us a bit more solid, bro.
Yeah. Overall, a very flat game, Haroon. I know you've been fuming. I've been
Bro.
fuming as well. Ryan's fuming as well. Just shocking. Unless you got anything else further to add on, I was going to end it on a slightly positive United related note. McTominay, he won Player Serie A Player of the Year. I know you're not his biggest fan, but you know I kind of like supported him at all
Yeah,
times, mainly because he's United Academy and I want to see our
yeah,
players
yeah.
do well.
Bro,
And
big him
we
up
all
in it.
know his, yeah, big
Yeah,
him up, man. We all know his best profile at United. Maybe there's not even a position in the Prem for him, really. But shout him out, man. Serie A Player of the Year. Have you seen those 11 players and they all say they wanted
McTominay.
McTominay Player of the Year? That's
Yeah,
insane.
that's
I thought that
crazy.
was an AI or something, bro.
Bro, big him up in it, but that is a sad indictment on the
Yeah,
state of Serie A
Serie
at
A.
the moment, bro.
Yeah, that's mad.
If you
That's
go and
mad.
look at the list of players who have won that award, bro, you got Zidane, Ronaldo, all these man, bro. Then you got Scott
Yeah,
McTominay. That's crazy, bro.
I know it's mad. Anyway, yeah, Haroon. Who was on next game? Sorry, it's Wolves, right?
Wolves away, which, bro,
Wow.
we should be sitting here right now saying, yeah, we're gonna go to Wolves and smack them up, bro. I'm here saying we're gonna go Wolves and lose 1-0, bro.
Honestly, I think I agree with you. To be
Bro,
honest,
we're turning the
Monday,
season around.
8 o'clock. Oh,
Bro, how many weekend evenings can this team ruin for us, bro? They ruined my Monday last week. They ruined my Thursday this week. They're gonna ruin my Monday again.
crazy, bro. Crazy. All right, we're gonna sign out. 1-1 with you, West Ham at Old Trafford. Another poor performance from United. Only one defeat in 8, but yeah, it looks a lot worse than that, to be honest. Haroon's Amorim out. I'm probably Amorim out. I'm definitely Amorim out. Sorry. Yeah, signing out. Thanks for everyone for watching. Thanks for joining us in the live chat. Peace
Peace.
out. How do I end this?